the annals of history, are often sculpted by grand narratives and compelling legends. Among these, few are as intriguing and enduring as the tale of the Mughal Empire, a dynasty that left an indelible mark on the Indian subcontinent. Yet, beneath the familiar surface of its triumphs and cultural marvels lies a fascinating layer of historical reinterpretation, particularly concerning its nomenclature and self-proclaimed lineage. We delve into the Mughal Empire, the legend of the Mongol conquest of India, exploring not just what was, but how it is now understood. For centuries, the very name Mughal has conjured images of formidable warriors, sweeping in from the steppes, heirs to the fearsome legacy of Genghis Khan. This narrative, potent and evocative, has shaped our understanding of their origins and identity. But is this historical designation linking them directly to the Mongols as straightforward as it seems? Or does it, as contemporary scholarship suggests, harbor a more nuanced and politically charged meaning? The Mughal Empire, a colossal entity that spanned from 1526 to 1857, commanded the Indian subcontinent for an impressive 330 years. Its founder, Babur, hailed from Central Asia, proudly asserting his lineage to both Timur, the formidable conqueror, who established the Timurid Empire, and, crucially, to Genghis Khan himself. This dual heritage, blending Turkic and Mongol bloodlines, formed the cornerstone of the Mughal self-identity and their claim to imperial legitimacy. Indeed, the term Mughal itself is a Persianized form of Mongol, deeply embedding this connection within their very name. From its inception, the empire presented a fascinating paradox. Its ruling elite, including Babur and his successors, adhered to Islam, a faith they brought with them from their ancestral lands. Yet, the vast majority of the subcontinent's populace were followers of Hinduism, creating a profound religious and cultural chasm. It was within this dynamic tension that the Mughal Empire forged its unique identity, fostering an extraordinary synthesis of Hindu and Persian cultures. This was not merely a passive coexistence. It was an active, vibrant process of fusion that manifested in every facet of life. Consider the architectural marvels that define the Mughal era. The intricate designs, the symmetrical gardens, the grandeur of structures like the Taj Mahal, a testament to Emperor Shah. Jahan's enduring love are not purely Persian or purely Indian. They are a harmonious blend, incorporating elements from both traditions to create a distinctively Mughal aesthetic. Similarly, in the realms of art and literature, this cross-pollination was prolific. Hindu scriptures were translated into Persian, fostering intellectual exchange and understanding. Court painters developed a unique style, combining Persian miniature techniques with Indian motifs and themes, producing masterpieces that celebrated both secular and religious subjects. The empire reached its cultural zenith under patrons like Akbar, Jahangir, and Shah Jahan. They were not just rulers, they were connoisseurs, actively fostering an environment where arts, literature, and architecture could flourish. This patronage was not merely a display of wealth. It was a deliberate strategy to legitimize their rule, to integrate diverse communities, and to project an image of unparalleled sophistication and power. The result was an era of unparalleled cultural fluorescence, often referred to as a golden age. Economically, the Mughal Empire was a titan. At its peak, it was arguably the largest economy in the world, generating an immense amount of wealth through its vast agricultural lands, sophisticated trade networks, and burgeoning industries. This economic prowess fueled its cultural ambitions, allowing for the construction of magnificent cities, grand mosques, and opulent palaces that still stand as enduring symbols of their past glory. However, the traditional understanding of the Mughals as direct, unadulterated descendants of the Mongol hordes is being re-examined. Recent historical interpretations offer a more nuanced perspective, challenging the monolithic image and revealing a complex interplay of identity, politics, and historical self-fashioning. One of the most compelling aspects of this reinterpretation revolves around the concept of a culture of fusion and coexistence. Modern scholarship emphasizes that the Mughal Empire was far from a monolithic, religiously exclusive entity. Instead, it was a dynamic crucible where diverse religions and cultures not only coexisted, but actively intermingled and influenced each other. The harmony between Hindu and Islamic cultures, alongside the assimilation of Persian influences, significantly enriched the cultural tapestry of the Indian subcontinent. This was not a forced assimilation, but rather a gradual, organic process driven by various factors, including political pragmatism, intellectual curiosity, and artistic exchange. Akbar, often hailed as one of the greatest Mughal emperors, exemplified this spirit of coexistence. His policy of sul-i-kul, universal peace, aimed to foster religious tolerance and understanding among his diverse subjects. He engaged in dialogues with scholars of different faiths, abolished the jizya tax on non-Muslims, and even promoted a syncretic religion known as Din-i-Ilahi, which drew elements from various traditions. While Din-i-Ilahi did not gain widespread acceptance, it underscored Akbar's commitment to creating a unified, harmonious empire, irrespective of religious differences. This cultural pluralism, born out of necessity and nurtured by enlightened leadership, laid the groundwork for a uniquely Indian form of secularism. The profound impact of the Mughal Empire on Indian society is undeniable, extending far beyond its immediate temporal boundaries. It shaped the cultural, linguistic, and religious landscape of the subcontinent in ways that continue to resonate today. The empire's legacy significantly influenced subsequent historical periods, including British colonial rule and the eventual formation of modern India. The diverse languages, religions, and cultures that coexisted within the Mughal polity contributed directly to the pluralistic characteristics of contemporary Indian society. The rich tapestry of India's multicultural identity, its vibrant traditions, and its complex social structures can, in many ways, trace their roots back to the Mughal era. Perhaps the most fascinating aspect of recent reinterpretation concerns the relationship between the Mughals and their Mongol progenitors. The official court history of the Mughal Empire, the Akbarnama, explicitly describes the Mughal emperors and their Timurid ancestors as belonging to the Mongol race. This self-identification was a powerful political statement, designed to bolster their legitimacy and project an image of formidable ancestry. However, modern historians argue that this assertion was largely a political construct. By the time Babur established the Mughal Empire in India, centuries had passed since Genghis Khan's era. The cultural and racial distance between the Central Asian Turkic peoples, from whom the Mughals primarily descended, and the nomadic Mongols of the steppes had become substantial. The language they spoke, the customs they practiced, and the religious beliefs they held were predominantly Turkic and Persianate, not Mongol. The claim of Mongol lineage served a crucial purpose. It provided the Mughals with a connection to a globally recognized, immensely powerful, and awe-inspiring imperial legacy. Genghis Khan was a name that commanded respect and fear across vast swathes of Asia, and aligning themselves with such a figure granted the Mughals an aura of invincibility and ancient authority. It was a strategic branding exercise designed to assert their dominance and justify their rule over a vast and diverse population. This self-description, therefore, should be viewed less as a literal racial or ethnic claim, and more as a sophisticated political maneuver to reinforce the empire's legitimacy and enhance its prestige. In essence, the Mongol in Mughal evolved from a literal ancestral link to a symbolic claim of imperial power and legitimacy. It was a projection of a fearsome, invincible heritage, even as the empire itself developed a distinct, syncretic identity rooted in the Indian subcontinent. In conclusion, the Mughal Empire stands today not merely as a tale of conquest and dominion, but as a compelling narrative of cultural synthesis and coexistence. It is being reevaluated as an empire that actively fostered the integration of diverse cultures and religions, contributing immeasurably to the rich tapestry of Indian civilization. The legacy of the Mughals, with its profound impact on art, architecture, language, and social structures, remains a vital key to understanding the pluralistic character of contemporary Indian society. The legend of the Mongol conquest, while historically significant, now serves as a potent reminder of how empires craft their own narratives, blending historical facts with strategic self-fashioning to solidify their place in the annals of time. This reinterpretation invites us to look beyond the surface, to appreciate the intricate layers of history, and to understand that even the most enduring legends can hold deeper, more complex truths within their folds. The story of the Mughal Empire is, therefore, not just an account of the past, but a continuous dialogue between history, identity, and interpretation.